What are some free low-cost resources college students should know about? Open source textbooks. They are becoming more popular and hopefully will only keep getting better and better at it. Wow. Thank you for all the awards. From this I started a great list. Thanks to all of you, which I keep at my library for handouts. Thank you Reddit users. Spotify Premium hello. And Showtime for 5-month total with a student email address. Works for grad school students too. Not helpful with productivity, but very helpful for sanity. Paul's online math notes for calculus. It's filled with examples and decent, down-to-earth explanations that don't confuse the acid out of you. It is a user-friendly search engine and a lot of fun. Use the library for everything you can. Textbooks, movies, games, music, printing, quiet study space, tutoring etc. Librarians love to help, and you might be surprised what they can lend out to you. I borrowed a telescope last week and it stay gold. Pay attention to events calendars. Most college events have free food. This may be different for this semester, but don't underestimate it down the road. Google Scholar. Great free Google search engine that gives credible articles to use in research papers and show you how to properly cite them. While not technically free, you probably pay a bunch of student fees for access to the gym pool, free reduced cost public transportation etc. Understand what things your student fees cover and take advantage of them. If you are a starving student and there's a Sikh temple in your area, they do something called a langar. It's basically food they serve to the community and it's legitimately good. They usually will ask you to volunteer or do some kitchen work in exchange. Me and a group of 4 college students would attend regularly, and the food was great. I was broke and had to pay my way through college with zero support. I had a friend that told me about the langar, but I was worried they would push the religion on me. Didn't happen at all. I was nervous just showing up, but they were some of the kindest people I've ever met with zero judgment. I'm not religious, but Sikh people restored my faith in humanity. Edit. Volunteer or kitchen work is not required to participate in the langar, but we were college kids wanting to help any way we could. Go to the awards office at your school and talk to someone and find out if you qualify for anything. You'd be surprised how many bursaries and similar go unclaimed each year. As a student every little bit helps, and you never know what you'll qualify for until you go and ask. Some are based on grades sure, but many are based on need or your background or circumstances, and the occasional one is just first person to sign up with a pulse. Seriously, it's worth the hour it takes for you to go visit in person and talk to a real person who can guide you through. Or maybe you can do all that shit online now, but take the time. It could be free money to you and free you up to concentrate on your drinking studies. CLEP testing. It's a program that allows you to take a single test rather than an entire class for credit. It's only for some general academic courses, and each college has its guidelines on how they apply to credits. That said, taking advantage of them can reduce the time and money required to earn your degree. A lot of times your university will have stupid cheap software licenses for students faculty. At my university we got Adobe Creative Cloud licenses for 10-year and free Microsoft Office licenses. This was before Office 365. So it wasn't a subscription. Sometimes the cheap software is only for certain departments majors, but at mine they had several deeply discounted software packages any student could buy. Never buy rent your textbooks from the college bookstore unless you can't find them anywhere else online. Seriously. Bookstores overprice the shit out of your books and you will save a lot of money getting them from Amazon, Chegabay, etc. instead. Data suggests that the number one reason students go to college is for better job prospects once they graduate. Because of this, remember that to a recruiter or our department, college is more than just your academics. It is about all of your experiences, class projects, personal projects, getting involved on campus through student orgs, student worker positions, volunteering, internships etc. This means you should make use of your school's career center well before spring semester of your senior year so that you can learn how to talk about yourself professionally. through a resume, cover letter, interviews, networking, learning the basics earlier, and working on them each year as you look to secure internships will make you a really successful candidate once it comes time to find a full-time job. As some of the other comments have mentioned, your student fees pay for resources you have access to through the Career Center, so take advantage of them. Right there in your question, instead of using free, type open source openware. Many softwares are actually free to students to use. SEHB gives free access to download almost any paper. LibGen download almost any textbook as e-copy. I feel like it would be good to point out that the majority of places have free CDOMs for student use, making it easier for everyone to stay safe. Find the previous editions of your textbooks. Frequently they will be as cheap as $0.05. If your professor pulls homework questions out of the current edition, go to the library and use their reference copy just for the questions. Although with a lot of the access codes needed these days it might not be possible edit. Since this blew up a little, I'll also mention international editions. Sometimes there isn't anything different other than an international sticker on it and a different ISBN. Also sell your books immediately after the semester or not at all. They will never be worth anything a year or two later. And honestly there are so few things that you'll ever go back to look up that won't be online anyway that you may as well sell them ASAP. A girl in one of my college classes said she got all her books from Amazon at a fraction of the cost vs the school and off-campus bookstores. Also stated that getting books maybe a day or two later than everybody else to ensure she was getting the correct books. As I have stated to others, I'm not a full-time college student, but retired military and full-time school flunky. I like history classes weird. I know that girls mentioned saved me a couple $100 that semester and thought it was worthy of this post. Susmus1545 has asked me to plug Library Genesis, though I personally have not used it. I always love the opportunity to be able to talk about because it is such a wonderful and free resource. For a college student it definitely has so much to offer in terms of educational and entertainment resources. It has millions of free downloads for music, movies, books, software etc. One very popular example is that it is home to a very large catalog of Grateful Dead recordings. There is also the Internet Arcade, where you can play a lot of classic games, along with the console living room, which is similar. They have access to tons of old PC games too, and you can even play the original Oregon Trail online. There's a lot more in their software section too. It also has the Wayback Machine, which has archived more than 458 billion web pages saved, so you can go back and see how websites were years ago. For example, here's Reddit on July 25th, 2005, a month after it was created. Check with your grocery store to see if they have a student discount day. 15% off can go a long way. The dollar store is the best place for cleaning supplies. To help organize notes and sources for papers and assignments, I highly recommend Zotero to help keep organized. It also makes writing citations super easy. edX. It's a website sponsored by a ton of universities that gives free access to thousands of courses and can be really helpful if your prof isn't great at explaining things. I actually keep a list of resources. It's too long to post here over the 10,000 character limit. Damn you Reddit. But you can find it here. Free resources, here's a snippet. Apps, services etc. What 3 words for precise geolocating? GitHub Student Dev Starter Pack Virus Total for scanning files before downloading free documentaries. FPleton for color generation. Learn code the hard way. Free tech tutorials, free courses and certificates. Free online courses, certificates in 2017. Free online courses, certificates in 2017. Open courses from Yale. Free guided meditations from Utlamark Meditations, meditations send and receive MSGS and Morse code. Psychology textbooks from Noba. YouTube educators Mark Felton. Historical documentaries and such Michelle Van Biesen. Physics, chemistry, math, engineering Jeff Hansen. Engineering Lasavire and 1 Physics Daryl Morrill. Engineering Learn Fluid Mechanics. Dusamy Sigma student who does maths, engineering, geomatics. Vids Engineer Clearly Chemical Engineering, Maths. Len Mechi Faculty of Chemical and Biological Engineering at UC Boulder. Learn Chemical Edito. Free Harvard lectures available online. Winco has really good sandwiches for like $2. You can get the whole up-to-date Autodesk Suite AutoCAD, Inventor, Revit etc. for free with nothing more than your school-assigned student email address. For science STEM people, Khan Academy videos. They saved me several times edit. My first award being about Khan Academy videos speaks 100 to my personality. Love y'all. My community college had a free tutoring center. If you need a little help, there are content experts who can help you with one-on-one or group sessions. If you pass a class with 80 or better, you can get a job tutoring. It's not great pay, but equal to or better than fast food, and you don't have to leave campus to work. You can also work between classes to make the best use of your time. They had a ton of learning resources, including everything needed for anatomy and physiology. Something to help you out when you need to teach yourself math because you have a resid teacher. Symbolabs, it's a calculator website with almost any kind of math you'd need. It will not only give you an answer, it will show you how to do it, plus it has a practice section to help you master what you need. The premium is like $2 or $3 from what I remember, and almost all functions including step-by-step answers are available for free on desktop browser. Mobile you need to pay for step-by-step. Always look up your textbooks online, they may have a virtual copy for very cheap. You can then use Ctrl+F to find certain topics easily during study sessions. Also email authors of papers and ask if you can have a copy, since they usually don't see the money that you'd pay on a website for them. If you're a student in a smallish department, try to start a trend of donating your textbooks to the next year or class for free. Seriously, burn the whole system. Photocopy things. Pass them for free. Post them online if you can do so securely. If you buy the newest copy, it's pretty much the same as last two editions with a different format. So make a part of study sessions to find the correlating pieces and put that info out there. It's really hard to fight the criminally unfair cost when you're a tired student. So just do your best to support each other.